how I go about doing my layering on the cover of my journals. So here's one that I've done. This is just kind of a host of, my main focus was the pink rose. So from there, I went to things that had a little pink in them. And as I got further away, less and less pink. I use a lot of cheesecloth, coffee dipped. And these are my little envelopes. This is a die cut. So I am going to show you some that are not complete yet. And hopefully you can get something from it. Okay, here is a little journal that I just did. This is just a little envelope. And in this corner, it got stuck. It wasn't dry because I was in a hurry. So now I got a big boo-boo. So that is where my layering is going to be. So when I start to layer, I look at the project. What colors are popping out at me? Pink and black. Now again, this is how I do it. So what I'm going to do is go through my little box. And I definitely want to use cheesecloth because that's going to cover up the boo-boo. So we're going to layer it there. And I'll probably tack this down with a hot glue gun really quick and then go back and glue it. Then I always use lace because I'm into the vintage. So usually I'll just bunch up a little lace. And we'll put it there, but I like to have my cheesecloth show because it's see-through. So we'll fluff it up a little. Then these are my little envelopes, spellbinders. So this was all ivy. So what I did is I took some fire brick and I just edged it a little. Now it doesn't, I also had a dirty, one of my blenders with a little black on it. But that's okay because I had black on it. And if you can see, there's a little red, so I don't have a problem with that. So I just edged up the edges so it's not so bright. And now I'm going to just do a little more. So it just tones it down a little. See how it already picks it up? So I'm going to press that there. And then I had a couple little charms. So I had this charm, which I liked because it was the oval of the cover. Put that down. This I liked because it had the black. So you just kind of play around with it. I didn't like that, or I did like that. And then that. To me, this one pops because of the black. So I'm going to go with that one. So now I need one more thing. A flower. So I found a flower I liked. Now does this go? Not at all. So what you do is you take a little gesso. You just go over it white. And I may have a pink flower in my stash, but I have a lot of stuff, so. And we're just going to let that sit and dry for a minute or so. So that's going to be our flower. So that's pretty much it for this. I'm going to show you another one and we'll come back when my flower dries and I'll show you what I do with that. Now this one, again, these two stuck together, so that's why I have another little pull. I'm not going to throw it out or get upset. We'll just deal with it. So this one, again, I love my cheesecloth. Just dip it in coffee. So we're going to cover up the boo-boo. Like that. Now this I had, when you look at this, what color pops up? To me, well, the yellow, but this blue-green around the edges. So I got a butterfly cut out, and I'm thinking, well, way too big, so that's not going to work. So you don't want something that overpowers. Even though you have a butterfly, that's way too big. So then I got one of my green envelopes. Or I'm sorry, this is just a green envelope. This really doesn't go, but I can make it go. So I also have these little charms. I think I got these at Walmart. They're beads. So these go because they have the blue, green, the copper, and the yellow. So to make this go, I am using this Gilder's paste. The light is in it. It's called German Silver. Mine kind of broke up. It's like that. I use it right with my finger. I'm just going to dip my finger in there. Got a little on there. And it's going to make this envelope just pop. I really don't have to do the back because you're not going to see it. Okay. So there I got the gold that's in the background. So now I am going to take some Distressed Ink Blue China. And just do actually, let's see, I'm going to try to do it this way. Nope, not blue enough. So what I will do is just get a piece of acetate or a piece of wax paper. Put it over here. Glue it on. Again, today I'm just using my finger. Guess I spent too much time with my granddaughter finger painting today. There we go. That's a little more blue. It's going to look just like these little flowers. There. So I will nestle that into there. And it has the gold. It has the blue. Probably put them like right there. And I don't want to do a clock. I have these little I love you postcards. And I'll probably just slip one right there. And that's it. I think that's enough. They're little, so you don't want too much on it. And then I'll tack it down. So that's one layering. Now back to this one. I'm going to take definitely a new ink pad with Distressed Ink. Move this out of the way. And this is Sponge Sugar, so it's very, very light. And let's see if this works. Not dry yet. Okay. So we'll do a little there. I just took some, this is actually alcohol ink. Just dyed it pink for the camera's sake. And you could do that too. And we put it in there. That pulls the pink in without it being overwhelming. Because I also had this little cutout, by putting that there, it was too much. It's too much like that. You want it the same color, but just pull away from the color. And by this little blue-green, you're still pulling that blue-green in. So that is my second one. I want to show you a couple more that I did. This isn't finished yet, but this is a Tsunami Rose Parisian Daydream. Now this is part of my design team project. It's not finished yet. But this was a challenge because it was very bright, and I don't do bright very well. So what I did is I tamed it down with a lot of espresso distressed ink and soot black, and I pulled the purple out, and this is mulberry paper. And then I really distressed all the tags, and I made another little envelope, and I put purple, this mulberry paper in it. And again, I just dyed the flower. And there's also some black and espresso on that, and the key and the keyhole. But you can tone down any paper. I mean, you can try to, again, you're looking at it and you're pulling out what's the first thing that comes to your eye, and you're just trying to enhance that. The other one I have, this is a book that I literally spilled my coffee on to see where it would go, and I kind of liked it, so then I Mod Podged over it. And I did lace. Get this out of the way. We did lace. This is a typewriter key. Again, I did a little pink sparkle to pull out the pink in the flower. And I did, this is a piece of wedding dress, some old pins, or I'm sorry, buttons with a little envelope. And here is where I pulled, without it getting bright pink, I just pulled a very little shade of pink over here. And you can't go wrong with creams and whites. And even the coffee dipped cheesecloth, because they're always going to, especially vintage, they're always going to bring in with the coffee or tea dyed paper, the lace that we make look old. And that is it for now. If you have any questions, please leave them a comment down below. Have a nice night. Bye.